specifically on this. Mike in Canada, you're on the air.
Hey, Alex. So basically, I had a question for you, and usually you're pretty good at breaking down socially what it means. And my question is how can you take something so fake and such a facade like this jihad and have so many people willing to fight and put their lives on the line, yet when you look at your country, the United States, this beautiful country, hardly anybody is willing to put up a fight. Your own military isn't even taking back the country.
You're right, because it's primitive. Here's the bad guys crawling through burning cinder. Here's the guys in black uniforms. They say they're going to kill you. And people can say, okay, go kill them, protect me. It's like a remote control mentality or an instant drive-through mentality where we're a nation, by and large, not of trailblazers, not of innovators, but of sickly, phony tough sycophants. And that is for the average private citizen. It's for the average government person. We are a corrupt nation now that has killed 54 million babies and rationalize that. So they're going to rationalize death panels for old people. They're going to rationalize secret death panels and death lists for veterans. They're going to rationalize... Rahm Emanuel's brother wrote a op-ed piece. I've got it here in the stack. I'm going to get to if I have time. It ties into Endgame. It ties into Peter Thiel, saying why it's good to die at 75. That's the name. Or I think it's Why I Hope to Die. Try to pull it up, guys. I can't find it here in the stack. I saw it this morning. The story's up on Infowars.com. Saying it's time to kill people basically at 75, and then it'll be time at 70, and then 65. That somehow if we lower the quality of the civilization, if somebody else loses, I win. There it is. Why I Hope to Die at 75. I bet you a lot of money that he doesn't want to die at 75. An argument that society and families and you will be better off if nature takes its course swiftly and promptly. So see, they've gone from there are no death panels to him saying, yes, there are death panels, and we need to force people into them. Ladies and gentlemen, we had whistleblowers on the show. They have tens of thousands of people, young, military, old, you name it, who they go in and you're not going to be given care. It's not going to happen. You're going to be given pills to go home and die because we don't want to take care of you, and they've sold the idea that we save money by killing you instead of just more fiat money, build the infrastructure. They created fiat money to tie our wealth to it to bankrupt us instead of using fiat to build the civilizations we could. And this is leering evil out in the open. And I bet you money, Ezekiel Emanuel, who is just, again, this is about evil leering in our face and just accustoming us because they believe we have no soul now. They believe we have no compass, no rudder, no moral connection. The churches won't fight it. The churches won't criticize it. They're government run in most cases. And so we're helpless to them. So now they're leaning down going, there are death panels, and we are going to reduce world population, and we do need to kill babies up to age 3. And you know what? We really are going to kill you. And so that's why America is like this. Europe's the same way now. Wealth turned us into demons, and now we're going to lose everything. Does that answer your question, Mike?
Well, you know, just think about it. Back in 2009, the American people had something like $400 billion stolen from them. We fast forward to Clinton saying, we came, we conquered, with Gaddafi. And then you have pictures with John McCain sitting with these people that you're supposed to be fighting. I mean, like Max Kaiser said, do they need to come into your house and rape your wife in front of you before you do anything?
Oh, well, then they would just say it was for law enforcement purposes. That's it. We are a morally bankrupt country. There is nothing there. So McCain can meet with the heads of ISIS, and that's just the way it is. And just like Karl Rove famously said, they control reality. They will change what history supposedly is tomorrow, and we'll go along with it. And if we do, well, that's what we deserve. I appreciate your call. Mick in Australia, thanks for calling. You're on the air. Yeah, I think he's got something in the background going. We'll come back to him in a minute. Ryan in Alabama. Ryan, you're on the air.
Hey, Alex. I wanted to comment on Rand Paul's speech that he gave on Friday, and also I'd like to give you a quick story, if you'd let me. It's something I really need to say to you personally. It was about 2 years ago. I was doing a lot of drugs and stuff and sitting outside a diner locally listening to your show when I was approached by a woman, and she just, you know, hey, is that Alex Jones? And a year later, we were married. And I just wanted to thank you, man, for pretty much saving my life.
Well, that's awesome. I'm going to hold you over because we've got to go to break here. We went to that earlier caller. He wasn't there. I'm going to come back to you, Ryan, then Mick in Australia, Aaron in Missouri, Rambo in Florida. But so many people tell me how they met on InfoWars, how they met wearing an InfoWars T-shirt. I've probably, let's not exaggerate, had 200 phone calls like yours over the years or more and run into probably 50, 60 people on the street that met their husband or wife through the Liberty Movement, through InfoWars. And that's what it's all about. We'll be right back.
Silver has always been nature's very own antibiotic, and only one system allows you to generate an endless supply of natural silver solutions. SilverLungs.com. You'll find no wild claims or pseudoscience, just a lifetime of nano-sized pure silver solutions. The Silver Lungs generator allows you to make your own, so stop paying for silver solutions. The unique lung delivery system targets respiratory infections where other silver solutions simply cannot reach. See the Silver Lungs generator and lung delivery system at SilverLungs.com. That's SilverLungs.com.
You heard the discussions all over the radio. You couldn't believe what you were hearing. You trusted them. You felt betrayed. Your emotions began to consume you. Outrage set in. Then, nothing. Days turned to weeks and months. Then, you've forgotten. But they haven't. They're still monitoring your every move. It's coming.
What's coming?
Monitor blockitpocket.com. Or will you forget?
From the water table to our soils to the atmosphere itself, our world is becoming more and more toxic each and every day. But it's not just the air outside that's toxic. Indoor air has been shown to have 2 to 5 times higher concentrations of pollutants than even outdoor air. And most Americans spend 90% of their time inside using toxic chemicals within their homes. There are more than 42 million smokers in the United States. Well over 1,000 types of mold and mildew linked to numerous conditions. And don't forget the fact that 6 million Americans live with pets they're allergic to as well. When I began to research these statistics, it was clear to me it was time to start cleansing my lungs in order to combat the toxic environment that we cannot escape, but that we can fight back against. Made with organic and wild cultivated herbs and manufactured in the USA, the new InfoWars Life Lung Cleanse is here in a convenient spray bottle that can be brought with you throughout any toxic environment. Now available exclusively at InfoWarsLife.com or by calling toll-free 888-253-3139.
We all have our own idea about what being safe and secure means. The door's locked, bills are paid, you've got a job that keeps the lights on, and a home to call your own. But what happens when Mother Nature throws a curveball?
I'm telling you, just take cover.
Are you prepared to live without electricity or passable roads for weeks at a time? Do you even have a plan B? If you do, are you willing to bet your life on it?
Children left with no homes.
And no one's coming to help them.
The first step towards self-reliance in the face of disaster is a visit to MyPatriotSupply.com. There you'll find the absolute best prices on storable foods, non-GMO seeds, emergency water filtration devices, and so much more. All orders over $49 qualify for free shipping in the lower 48 states. Call 866-229-0927. That's 866-229-0927 and speak to one of our preparedness advisors today, or visit us at MyPatriotSupply.com. Remember, before it's time to survive, it's time to prepare.
Way up north to Alaska. Way up north to Alaska. North to Alaska. Go north for Russia's home. North to Alaska. Go north for Russia's home. Big Sam left.
We're going to go to Ryan, Aaron, Rambo, Damien, Joe, everybody. I will take a ton of calls next hour. We have several special reports we're going to premiere here. Before I go any further, I want to remind listeners that we have developed, undoubtedly, some of the most powerful proprietary supplements out there. Super concentrated, cold-pressed, organic, whether it's the Survival Shield Super Nascent Iodine X2 or the Super Male Vitality, Super Female Vitality, all of it is absolutely revolutionary and has changed my life. You've heard the rave reviews. Take the challenge. Get a bottle of Super Female Vitality, a bottle of Super Male Vitality, get a bottle of the Lung Cleanse, get a bottle of the OcuPower, get a bottle of Fluoride Shield. The DNA Force, a little bit of it may be coming in the next 2 days. It's coming in by next week, but I don't know whether I'm going to just sell the first little bit that comes in or wait till it builds up and sell it all out at once. I know folks are waiting on that. It may be here by Thursday. The point is, it's all available at InfoWarsLife.com. And 3 times a day, sometimes I forget, but less and less, I take a dropper of the Super Male, a dropper of the X2 Iodine, and a dropper of the new secret sauce that won't be out for a few months. And it just gives me so much energy and clarity, despite the fact that I still work till 2, 3, 4 in the morning quite often. And it's taken the place of midnight snacks. It's taken the place of alcohol. It's really been revolutionary for myself. And when you try it, you've heard how people love it, then you'll come back and get more, and that helps fund our operation and makes you more healthy. So it's a win-win-win on so many fronts. Just like when I say, buy a Molon Labe t-shirt, you will meet like-minded people. Buy an Infowars.com shirt, and you will find Patriot buddies to go fishing with, people to go shooting with. You will have women come over and say, I like Infowars. I mean, it's a guarantee. You wear it enough, it will happen. It'll happen a lot. I know famous movie producers and actors and people that have told me, oh, I see your shirts all the time, and I walk up and talk to folks, and I met this one lady, and now we're dating. And that was like a famous person that happened with. I'm just saying there's a lot of info warriors out there. We have a community. The globalists don't want us to form our own community, to have our own style, to wear our colors loud and proud, so that we can't show that we're really the majority minority. America's a bunch of minorities now, a bunch of different cultural, political minorities, all balkanized. But the Liberty Movement is the largest and most Americana group out there. So InfoWarsLife.com or InfoWarsStore.com or 888-253-3139. Go back now, Ryan in Alabama. So I guess you got married, or you off the drugs now? I mean, tell me the story about meeting this little lady.
Yes, it was outside a local diner. I was sweating off the drugs, getting ready for work. Walked up to me, one thing led to another, and happily married now, listen to your show every day. Perfectly clean, going to college. Really turned my life around.
Well, that's what a lot of people need, is a good woman or a good man to get themselves satisfied on the straight and narrow. Sounds like a good lady. So, I mean, how did this start? She said, hey, are you listening to Alex Jones, and what happened next?
Well, 2 years ago, talking about your show, got her number. We listened to your show together for months before I finally got up the nerve to ask her, well, of course I asked her father for permission first, but just the best day of my life, hands down, and it's all thanks to you, brother.
Well, what's her name? Give her a shout-out.
Ryan Stevens from Alabama. I love you, honey.
Now, what was your question or comment?
2 things. There was a multiple shooting this morning in downtown Birmingham at the UPS customer service.
I'm going to hold you over again, then I'm going to get going quicker on the call. Stay there. Back in 1 minute.
Thank you for listening to GCN. Visit GCNlive.com today.
In the near future.
When you realize how fake it all is, the football, the basketball.
Alert. Security alert. This is Homeland Security. Analysis. InfoWars building independent media operations.
You let the worst people get control and tell us that we are the ones responsible.
Prime directive. Discredit Alex Jones.
Jones is the wildly popular conspiracy theorist.
A popular conspiracy theory talk show called InfoWars.
Alex Jones is now in an Austin jail.
These people are assaulting us.
Targeting of patriots engaged.
They are never going to stop. They're never going to deviate from their program until we stop them.
Block free iPhone app at Infowars.com. Block free podcast and video feed. Imperative. Destroy Prison Planet TV.
You gotta set your eye on the enemy, not worry about what propaganda they put out. Intellectually, it's begun and you can feel it.